Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting cream for the 9-5, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game, going for mine. Alright. And this is the year where mad caps get peeled. So I'ma spark this line, kick the reel. Bang them out. With all the chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make heads speak. The average Joe's far too slow for this ghetto pro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to blow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the thing. Why I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beans is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that used to live in riches, now a sticky kid. Caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flip to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the flow in the half. Remy in the glass, off the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that song. They rather see him spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for this. I get down for mine. I get down for this on the regular. Shit, no pain. I get down for mine. I get down for this. I get down for mine. I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't someplace you left. Yeah. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. With this a DOA as I spray the melee. Content and punctuation is compared to AK. You in a day. Overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like time again. Bahamas a booty smoke. Decapitating rappers in my trunk. I'm sick. Pumping skunk. Bouncing with my click. Popping mega jump. I'm getting blank while these clowns be zigzagging. When you talk about plenty keys, come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making doubters believe it. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics that stick in the brains like barnacles. Never sleep. I'm bringing the drama to the street with techniques and rolling in bleach. Ain't nothing sweet about the street, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics sound like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for this. I get down for mine. Let me get down for this. On the regular, shake it, baby, no pain. I get down for mine. I get down for this. I get down for mine. Shake it, baby, no pain. I get down for mine. I get down for mine.
All right, everybody, welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Gangsta Talk. I am Maximum Black. I want to talk to you tonight about a few things, some disturbing things I've been listening to over the past couple of days. Well, really the last week. I'm sure you guys know by now that there was a video that went viral on World Star Hip Hop with a particular gentleman named Kevin Samuels and a black lady, and people have been talking about it ever since. It's been aired on World Star Hip Hop. I've listened to a lot of people give their opinion on what they thought they saw, what they heard, what have you. I've even had some few things to say about it myself. But there's something else that's bothering me that's coming out of all of this that I'm noticing, and it seems to be a reoccurring theme, and it's quite troubling. It's the value that we put on life. It would seem that we have become a race that don't value life. We put life in some kind of small box, a small box called value. Life is much more than value. Life can't be measured by numbers. It's impossible to put a value on life. Impossible. And the fact that I hear people valuing or devaluing their lives by numbers is problematic. The title of this show is called The Numerical Devalue of Life. Somehow we've gotten into this thing about valuing our lives by numbers. People are calling themselves 3s, 4s, and 5s, 6s, and 7s. You're cutting yourself down. You are being pulled into a vicious cycle of human degradation that is endless. It goes on and on and on. It never stops. It's kind of like being a junkie. You know, once you get that first high and you feel real good, it takes you to a place you've never been before, and you see all this utopian stuff in your mind, and man, you want to feel like that over and over again. But see, the next time you get high, you don't get it. It's a one-time thing. You don't understand it's a one-time thing. So many of you become drug addicts. You spend most of your life trying to get back to that one moment that you experienced, that one utopian moment that you experienced when you smoked that crack, or you took that first hit of cocaine or heroin or some other kind of hallucinogenic drug. See, once you start putting a number on your life and adding value to that number, you get pulled into that vicious cycle, that never-ending cycle of human degradation. You're devaluing yourself, and you continue to devalue others and value others by a number system. Life is way more than a number system. I'm listening to people just value and devalue each other by single numbers. And it's really crazy because I haven't heard someone call themselves a 1 yet. Why? Why you don't want to call yourself a 1? Because 1 is the lowest number in that stream of 1 to 10, right? Nobody wants to be a 1. Everybody's looking at that 1 as really, 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 really bad. But the problem is you're not looking at 2 as being equally bad as 1. You aren't looking at 3 as being equally bad as 1. You're not looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 being as equally bad as 1. You see, the truth of the matter is, from 1 to 10 are all equally bad. Because your life is much more than a ranking system. Surely you must think of yourself a lot more than a lowly, puny ranking system. When babies come into this world, they don't come into this world as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. They are a new life that's new in this world. They have no such rank. Life cannot be ranked by numbers. But many of us have been beguiled to think that life can be measured in numbers. So you use this number system, and all you do is degrade each other. You put each other down. You hurt each other's feelings. And you use these numbers to judge other people and tell people what they can and cannot do, and tell people what they should and shouldn't do, and tell people what they can and cannot have. All of a sudden, you become a god to where now you have the right to tell someone what they can and cannot do, and what they should and shouldn't do, and what they should have and shouldn't have, and how good they should feel and how bad they should feel, and what they should think and what they shouldn't think. See, that's what this number system does. It pulls you into a never-ending cycle of human degradation. And you don't even realize that. You partake in it every day, not realizing who you're hurting, not realizing who you are embarrassing, not realizing how you devalue your own self by placing one of these numbers on yourself. And then you aren't even honest with it because, of course, many of you so-called think better of yourself. So you get yourself a higher number, but not too high, because you don't want to bring the attention to yourself because you really don't feel good about yourself. So that's why you won't rate yourself a 10 or an 11 or a 12, because you're afraid of the scrutiny, because you don't have the confidence in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You believe in a ranking system, and you allow that ranking system to tell you who you are. You allow that ranking system to build or destroy your self-esteem. And then you use it and you weaponize it against other people. Again, babies don't come into this world ranked 1 through 10. Life cannot be ranked 1 through 10. That's ridiculous. I sat here and I listened over and over and over again of people just beating each other to hell emotionally. Oh, she's ranked a 3. She can't have a 4. She can't have a 5. He's ranked a 5 and will never get a 7. And she's ranked a 7 and will never get a 9 or a 10. Or she's got to do these. Come on. Is that what we think of ourselves now? Is that where we are now? That we've taken something that can't be measured in numbers, which is our life? There was no price you can put on life. Life is above puny numbers. Life is something else completely. It's a whole different thing altogether. And you use it to hurt yourself. The moment you say you are a 5 or a 6 or a 7, you've given yourself a hit to your own belief in yourself. And now that you don't believe in yourself, you are passing that on to others. Those who are struggling with everyday life, trying to make sense out of what's going on, trying to find themselves, trying to deal with whatever situations that may hold them back, trying to overcome this thing or that thing. You use that non-belief in yourself to destroy whatever little belief that a person has in his or herself. Someone that may be struggling, someone that may be trying to overcome hurdles in life. You take the energy and the desire away from them to try to say a command. Excuse me. You take the energy and the desire and want to away from them by knocking out this self-esteem, by telling them, no, you know what, you aren't very valuable. You aren't a valuable person. You don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. Your life is insignificant. You're only a 3 or a 4. That doesn't cut it. You become God now. Who has given you the right to value or devalue someone else's life? None of you can create a spirit. A spirit is life. You don't create a spirit. Spirits come to us naturally because life is a natural part of our cycle and growth as human beings. And there is no price that can be put. There was no number that can be put on that. It's beyond numbers. It's far above value. It's something else entirely. The fact that I hear people taking someone else's life and putting a number on it. That's where we are now. And you're wondering why There's so much tragedy in this world because we don't value life. We've taken the value out of life by putting numbers on it. We are telling people that their life doesn't mean what they believe it means if they're not a certain number, if they're not ranked a certain, if they're not ranked a certain position in a ranking system, a number system. So she can't have what she wants because she's ranked a 5. He can't have what he wants because he ranks a 4. Who are we to do that to another person? I don't recall anywhere where we had the right to tell someone that they can have something, that they can't believe in themselves because they are ranked, because you have them ranked in a certain number. Who the hell are you to do that to someone else? Well, we got serious problems as people. Serious problems. And we create those problems. We are our own worst enemy. We continue to put each other down. We continue to devalue each other's life. We continue to treat each other's lives as if they are insignificant. Your life doesn't mean nothing to the next person because you're not a 6 or you're not a 7 or you're not a 5 or a 4 or a 3. Funny how no one ranks themselves a 1. Everybody is staying away from the number 1. Why? If this ranking system is so good and you swear by it and you say that people are what it is when you rank them, one of these numbers, then why nobody is ranking themselves a number 1? Surely a 1 is good too, right? Because it's a part of the same system that you're using to value someone's life by. So if 10 has value, 9 has value, 8 has value, since this is a ranking system that values life, it puts a value on life, then how come no one is ranking themselves a number 1? Because by those standards, 1 should still have some value. But this is what you've drawn yourself into. This is where we are, and this is why we cannot come together. We cannot live in harmony. We're going to be always at each other's throats. Hatred is always going to rule the day because we view each other's life as insignificant. We have the nerve to take a lowly ranking system, a puny number system, and weaponize it against each other. You have grown adults alike sitting on YouTube, engaging in this degradation, like they are authorities on it. Shaming people because they're not ranked a 6 or a 7 or a 4 or a 5. So what happens if someone believes that he or she is a 1? What do you do to that person? You throw that person away. You say that person life doesn't mean anything to the world because that person ranks his or herself with number 1. So we just throw that person away. We just wipe that person out. When babies come into this world, do we put them through a ranking system? Oh, this baby's a number 1. Let's throw it away. Oh, this baby's a number 2. Let's get rid of it. This baby's a number 3. Forget about that one. We need 5s or better. Only 5s are better. I guess that's no different than Pharaoh decreting that all firstborn should die, right? I guess it's no different than the mixed up homosexuals in Greece who judged that a baby should live depending on how strong it looked, or if it had blemishes or no blemishes, only looking for perfect children. There's no such thing as perfection. So a person who ranks as a self one, are you telling me that they add nothing to the world? How do you know that? How do you take away someone's right to live in this world because you think that they are one, or even if they fall into this crazy system and rank themselves as a one or a two? They can't contribute to society now? And what kills me is all you so-called experts who engage in this system, you too have issues with yourself. Because if you really believed in yourself, you wouldn't engage in such a puny game of self-degradation and human degradation that just goes on and on and on and on and on. When you engage in the system, it allows you to insult whoever you want, belittle whoever you want, degrade whoever you want, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. It's getting to the point now to where we're saying that this person doesn't have a right to have this or that or live here or there because they're ranked too low. This is going to trickle down to your children. Slowly, you're going to start devaluing the life of your children as well. Soon their lives won't mean much either because they will be brought into this vicious ranking system. This endless cycle of human degradation. Pretty soon you're going to be demoralizing your own child. Oh, my child's a 2. My child's a 3. Let me keep my child indoors and away from the world because he or she is only a 2 or a 3. God forbid if somebody has a 1. I'm waiting to see what happens when someone ranks themselves a 1. I want to see what kind of firestorm that's going to cause. How many videos are going to be made? How many people are going to say, oh my God, this person is a 1. That is disgusting. We need to get away from this person. This person is the Black Plague. This person has absolutely no value. He or she shouldn't even be alive. Let's throw that person off of a cliff. Come on, let's find a cliff to throw this person off of. He or she is only ranked a 1. Come on, people. Your life is much greater than this. A ranking system. You don't think much of yourself? You don't think of yourself better than that? I think of you better than that. I can think more of you than that. I don't even have to know you. I think more of your life than that, than to put you in some puny ranking system. And you guys are really caught up into it. Oh, he's a 4. He could never get a person that's wearing he could never get a woman that's wearing a size 6 dress. He's only ranked a 4. He's not qualified to get a woman that wears a size 4 dress. Well, you know what? Let's bump him up. Let's bump him up a notch. Now he's a 5. Now he can get a woman that wears a size 6 dress. Or she can't get a man who wears a business tie or a power tie because he's only ranked a 4. Guys who wear these power ties are up in the 8s. Well, let's bump her up to about a 5 or a 6. Maybe she can get something in between, like a guy who wears a bow tie that says he's like a 6 on the way to being a 7. This is ridiculous, man. The things that we are doing to each other. It's insane. We have no regard for each other. No more compassion for each other. You've been made to believe that emotions don't matter. You've been made to believe that caring for other people don't matter. It's to the point now to where the feelings of other people and their lives are insignificant to you, even your own, because you've thrown yourself into the ranking system. And what kills me is many of you who are using this as a weapon against other people, right? Rank yourself very high. Oh, I'm an 8. So now let me look down on you 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. And let me tell you what you can and cannot have, and what you can do and what you cannot do, and the way you should think and what you shouldn't think. I want to get back to the one. I just, man, God forbid if somebody ranks himself a 1. What is going? I hate to say it. I almost can't wait to hear what's going to happen if someone ranks himself a 1. I mean, if all this is going on over a 5, man, what happens when someone ranks himself a 1? Is that going to be on the news? I mean, you know what? Is it going to be on the news? Are we all going to make videos about it? Are we going to act like someone died? I mean, what are we going to do if somebody ranks themselves a 1? This world that we live in is a very difficult one. And it's difficult because of the people that live in it. Sure, the world has its natural issues, natural disasters and things that occur. But there's also a lot of shit that goes on with people that makes things much worse. It makes it harder to live on a daily basis. Like ranking people and devaluing their life through a ranking system that consists of numbers, assigning a numerical value to someone's life, which serves to devalue them. It gives someone that should not have power over other people the power over other people, because now those people believe that their worth is low and that they shouldn't strive. They should stay in a certain area. They shouldn't try to break their limits or reach their limits in their ceiling and break through their ceiling. They shouldn't try to do that. They need to stay in a very low position, know their place. You are a 4. Stay a number 4. Don't try to reach the ceiling of the number 4 and break through it and become a number 5. Forget about all of that. Stay a number 4. You're not allowed up here with us number 8s, 9s, and 10s. Hello, sir. Excuse me. What is your rank? Oh, I'm ranked number 3. How dare you even talk to me? I'm a 9. Get out of my face, person. You're ranked a number 3. How dare you speak to me? Oh, my wife is pregnant with a baby. Really? What rank's the baby's going to be? Well, we've been consulting with the number doctors, and our baby has a good chance of being a 7 right off the bat. Wow, that's beautiful. You're so blessed. A 7. You're having a 7. Well, my wife is pregnant. Yeah, why you look so down, man? I don't know. We don't know if we're going to keep the baby or not. Why not? Well, we went to the number doctor and through some testing, we found out that the baby is going to be a 3. A 3? Oh, my God. Oh, my condolences. I feel so bad for you. Your baby's only going to be a 3. Are you going to keep it? Well, we don't know. Me and my wife is talking about it right now, We may go through with the abortion. I don't know, I mean, a 3 is pretty bad. So, not sure. Right now, abortion is on the table. We're trying to look at other options. We're trying to see if if the baby has a potential by the time it's born to go up to at least a level 4, a number 4. That would give us a better chance. Well, keep praying, keep praying. I hope you feel better. And wow, I wouldn't want to be in your position, having a baby that's only going to be ranked a number 3. That's a tragedy. Well, my condolences, and We're here for you. We'll do whatever we can. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're heading. That's how ridiculous this number system is. And that is what you're going to do to each other. You are destroying each other's self-esteem. You are destroying each other's psyche with this puny, ridiculous ranking system. Think of yourself more than that. Like I said, I can think more of you than that. Think of yourself. Don't lower yourself and rank yourself for someone else's benefit. You got a lot of broken people out here who don't know how to socialize with other people. So what they do is they go through academia and learn all of these terms so they can sound like they make some goddamn sense, but they're still broken inside. And they get involved in this ranking system. They find their niche, right? Because the ranking system gives them the ability to degrade other people stealthily. They can hide behind the numbers. And there's always a catch, right? Well, you rank yourself this, you rank yourself that. Don't fall into that. Your life is much, much more than a ranking system. You have to believe that about yourself. Don't give these devils and these demons the time of day. Do not engage in that nonsense. It's just a world of hurt. It's a never-ending cycle of human degradation. That's all it is. You are weaponizing numbers to hurt each other, to degrade each other, to devalue each other. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in that. Think of yourself much, 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 much more than that. You are much, much more than that. Your life cannot be measured by numbers. A soul cannot be measured by numbers. There is nothing in this world that can measure a life. You can't put numbers on life. Life is so much higher and so much far beyond numbers. It's insane. People can't even explain what a life really is. So how can you put a number on it? You only get one life. Don't waste it. Don't waste it getting caught up in some mindless human degradation. Don't get into this ranking system that's ran by these demons and devils. Because all they want to do is hurt you. All they want you to do is for you to self-destruct. You see, they get amused by watching you destroy yourself, by believing that you are worthless. Because that's what this is designed to do. And if you hear the other people who got caught up into this, they have brought it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, well, you know what? She don't qualify for this man and that man because she's only a 6. She's only a 5. Man, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. As a woman or a man, your belief can't be measured. Your belief in yourself can never be measured by numbers. You believe that you can do anything and be with anybody you want. Don't never let anyone tell you that you cannot be with this person and you cannot do this and you cannot do that because they have put you in a box that has a number on it. Let them keep their box. You keep it moving and you keep believing and you keep growing and you keep reaching your ceiling and breaking through it. Never stop improving and never stop believing in yourself. This ranking system is designed to destroy your belief in yourself and to replace your belief with what others think about you and allow others to tell you if you're important or not, or if you mean something or not, or if your life is significant or insignificant. Bypass all of that by believing in yourself and keep reaching your ceiling and keep going beyond. Keep believing in yourself. Your belief cannot be measured by any number on earth or by anyone. The more you believe, the more you will achieve. Believe in yourself. You're much more than a number. Dame, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, I'm at the end of my rant.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that is also not taken account. This man is grooming y'all. He grooming and getting into your head, not just the value system, but that the type of man that you should be looking for is of a certain type. He gotta uh, make six figures plus. He he says he got to be a high value man, but he never really defines beyond the amount of money the dude makes what makes him a high value. So of course you don't go in there with the mindset that hey, I need a high value man. So he's groomed it, he's drummed it in your head. Those of y'all that watch him regularly, that this is the
It is, it's not just him. People have brought into this ranking system, and you don't realize once you get into that. Like I said, it's like a junkie searching for a high. You can't get out. You're stuck in this endless, vicious, unforgiving cycle of human degradation. And before you know it, you're downgrading the lives of other people. You're even downgrading your own life by attaching a number to your own life and allowing that number to value who you are. You're so much more than that. Your belief can carry you to the top of any mountain and can break through any ceiling as long as you believe in yourself. The stronger your belief, the stronger you become and the better you become. There is no number that can measure that.
uh-huh.
Go ahead, Dane.
Yes, and speaking of number, he surrounds you with number, not just with uh numbers of which you rank yourself, but your dress size number, your weight number, your the amount of children number, your age number. He's trying to fit you in a little narrow box of numbers. What you value at, and he'll add them up or subtract them up and say, "Oh, you're this and that, and you can't get
Well,
this and that, or you're not worthy of this and that, or you hit the wall."
well, it's like I said, when you go back to the days of the Hebrews who were enslaved by Pharaoh, what was the decree of Pharaoh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kill all firstborn because he felt that the firstborn had a significant there was going to be a significant part and change in Egypt. So he had them all killed. And though when you look at the Spartans or the Greeks, they would discard certain children if
Mm-hmm.
they had blemishes or marks on them, if they
Mm-hmm.
felt that the children was weak. See, this is
Mm-hmm.
where we're heading now with this number system. Pretty soon you're going to be discarding your children because they are not going to be born at a certain rank. Doctors are going to start ranking your children. You think it's funny, right? You think that it won't happen, but you need to look at what's going on in society now. All these crazy things that are coming to fruition, things that we never thought would happen. Like we
Mm-hmm.
got people walking around here totally convinced that a man who thinks that he's a woman is an actual real woman. So all of this pulling the wool over your eyes, all of this smoke and mirrors to make you think one thing is something when it's really another. And so when we have a society that thinks that way, then we're very close to having doctors rank our children. We're very close to that. Because first it starts at the head and then it trickles all the way down to the bottom. Eventually what the parent is going to trickle down to the child. The parent is going to get so caught up in the ranking system in society because they're going to get to the point where they believe that that is the only way that they have value, and that is the only way that they will make it in this world, or be counted in this world, or be somebody in this world by the rank of a lowly number. And it's going to become so embedded in your mind that it will make its way down to your children. And your children will be evaluated in the womb. These demons are out to defile and destroy the womb. Why? Because the womb is the sacred gateway from the spiritual world into the natural world. They don't want spirits, pure spirits coming through that gate. They want demons. They want other demons coming through that gate. And they can only come through that gate if that gate is defiled. If the gate is pure, they cannot come through.
All right.
And it's going to get to the point where you're going to have the baby in the womb, and it's going to be an evaluation, just like they do a sonogram, right? The sonogram is going to turn into an evaluation of your child. Well, judging from this sonogram, I say that your child is going to be a 3. So what do you do now? Have an abortion? Again, I want to see what happens if somebody ranks himself a 1. That's what I'm waiting to see. If we having all of this shit going on because a woman valued herself as a 5, which I think is crazy, and I feel sad for her because she has fallen into this vicious cycle of human degradation, and it's never ending. So she's already there mentally and emotionally. And the only way out of that is belief. Belief in yourself. That's the most simplest way and direct way out of that nonsense. But the peer pressure is so great. People's minds are too weak. Once they get in, their minds and belief in themselves is too weak. They can't get out. So I want to know what happens. Now we having this firestorm and everybody's making videos and world star hip hop because the woman says she was a 5. What happens if someone says they're a 1? Not a 2 or a 3, but a 1. What is that going to bring about? Should that person be automatically discarded? Should that person's life automatically become insignificant? Should we now have the right to say, okay, you know what, this person doesn't belong around humans because he or she is a 1? What if your child gets ranked a 1? How are you going to feel about that? Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. But I think that's why people are afraid of the 1, and they don't want to sound too arrogant by saying a 10. Nobody's going to really say a 1. They may think it, but they ain't going to say it. That
you see, and you know what, it's funny because you get into this, you claim you feel good about yourself, but you get into this ranking system and you're afraid to rank yourself the highest number. Why? What's the matter? You don't believe in yourself? If somebody asks me what I rank myself, I'm telling them it's a goddamn 20.
they try
or
to
100.
they try to tear you down.
I'm ranked 1 million, motherfucker. I'm ranked infinity. Now what?
I'm unrankable.
Fuck your ranking system. I rank infinity, motherfucker. No number can measure me. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And people try to tear you down. When you say you're 10, they're like, "What about you? Make you a 10," and they start tearing down like that. Mhm.
And ladies, please don't get involved in this stuff. It's designed to hurt you. All it's going to do is hurt your self-esteem. It's going to hurt your psyche. It's going to hurt you emotionally. And it can lead to really, really bad things, even suicide. Don't get caught up in this silly ranking system. And don't be fooled because some of these people seem to have names, they seem to be articulate and smart and have reputations. Don't allow that to pull you in. You are much more than any number. Don't allow yourself to be reduced by someone who thinks that they can only measure your life by a number.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. Once you start thinking that way, it'll be used against you one way or the other.
Exactly. It's like a drug addict, right? Look, like I said, right? When people started smoking crack, you talk to some recovering crackheads, right? They said the reason why they became so addicted because when they first hit it and they hit it right, they saw a utopia in their mind. It was so beautiful. And when it faded, they wanted to have it again. But it never came back. And they kept trying to get high so they can reach it again and again and again and again and again. So ultimately, some were destroyed and some barely survived. That's pretty much what this is. Once you say you are a number, there is no turning back as far as your self-esteem and your personality. People aren't going to hear nothing else. They're only going to remember is that you ranked yourself a 5. So they're always going to say that you don't have any self-esteem. You don't think much of yourself. You don't value yourself. You don't like yourself, and you don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. That's always going to play out. Never mind anything else you said. That's going to always play out.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Yeah, and instead of telling her, okay, this is what I feel you're gonna need to get these type of men, or how because they're hard to get because of this, and this.
Look. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, listen, ladies. If you're looking for advice and all that, I'm not sure if a homosexual male is where you want to get advice from. Homosexual males don't like women. So why on earth would you go to them for advice? Why? Why would you go to homosexuals, people who don't even like you, people who can't stand you? Don't go to them for advice about anything. They don't like you. They can't stand you. And they have no problem hurting you. They have no problem devaluing your life. They have no problem putting you down. They have no problem talking to you in a disrespectful manner. They have no problem verbally abusing you because they don't like you. They can't stand you. That's not a person you should be going to for advice. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Marsha M was like, if you want advice going up, go a level up channel with another woman on it,
Look,
not the man.
look, all you need, okay? Yes, I know we have all of these channels, all this sophisticated BS.
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you in the most rawest form. All you need is the belief in yourself. I know that may sound corny. That may sound simplistic. It may sound cliche. It may sound like, something from the past.
Mhm.
But it reigns true. All you need is the belief in yourself. And your belief can never be measured by a number.
Mhm.
The more you believe in yourself, the better you will become and the stronger you will become. That's all you need. You don't need no sit down session with some person that's screwed up inside that hates you and can't wait at any chance to put you down and make you feel bad about yourself. You don't need to go to nobody like that. You don't need to go to some propped up snake oil salesman or woman, right, who has some fly by night prop business to tell you this is what you need to level up. This is what you need to do this and do that. You don't need any of that. All you need is the belief in yourself. Try it. Believe in yourself and watch how much better you become. Don't take my word for it. Do it. Try it. And you will see that you need none of this crap from any of these people.
Mhm.
These people are scam artists. They are confidence men and women. They are land pirates, skeevers. That's all they are. They're there to exploit.
Yeah.
You need none of that stuff. The belief in yourself is all you need.
Mhm.
Now, I know that don't sound fancy. It don't sound fanciful. It don't sound beautiful. It's not beautiful rhetoric. It's not the most polished articulation in the world.
Mhm.
It doesn't sound like it has an ambiance to it or a
Mhm.
fragrance or anything else.
Mhm.
But it's real. And it's the realest path that you can follow. The path of self-belief. It's the truest path that you can follow in life. The path of self-belief. The number system, that ranking system, will turn you and set you on a path of self-doubt. And it's disguised to help you. They're saying that they're helping you. They're saying that they're giving you advice by making you doubt yourself, by
Mhm.
making you not believe in yourself. It's a scam. It's a hoax. It's a joke. It's a trick.
Mhm.
It's a lot of smoke and mirrors and illusions. It's just the path of self-doubt. Even when you read the Bible, one of the things that Jesus said to a number of people is, why did you doubt? Why is he asking you, why do you doubt?
Mhm.
Because you have been built to believe in yourself. Self-belief.
Mhm.
Self-doubt is destructive. Self-belief is productive and creative.
Mhm.
The more self-doubt you have, the more despair you will fall into. How do you think some people end up with suicidal thoughts? And some ultimately end up taking their own life because they've reached a level of self-doubt that they cannot come back from. And it got to the point where they believe that their life means so little that they feel that they don't deserve to live. Where do you think that starts? It starts with scams like the ranking system that sets you on a path of self-doubt. You don't need none of these kooks with all these bullshit shenanigans. and these phony ass shows. All you need is self-belief. That is all you need. Believe in yourself. That is all you need. You got plenty to overcome anything in life if you would just believe in yourself. Go ahead, Dane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, believe in yourself. And it don't mean because you believe in yourself or the best thing ever that you're arrogant. It just means that hey, you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you ain't gonna accept anything less than what you want. Yeah, part of that tearing down in the ranking system is for you to accept or think you can't get any better. So you lack self confidence, and you deal with another person that lacks self confidence, and y'all both go into the lack of confidence pit together. And you start deferring to them. Uh, you'll be asked, why don't you believe in me? Well, it don't matter if they don't believe in you. It matters that you believe in you. Yeah.
How do you accomplish goals in life? How do you overcome difficult obstacles in life? Even when people are against you and tell you that you can't do things, right?
Uh-huh.
You overcome them by the belief in yourself first. Once you believe in yourself, you can create that extra strength that'll give you that push
Uh-huh.
to get over your obstacles. But if you don't believe in yourself, you can't get around any obstacles, and you will fall prey to people who are demonic in nature and don't place any value on human life.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Kaya Grace says, "Thank you, Mac. She's been feeling really depressed lately, and she needed these encouraging words." Yeah.
Exactly, Kaya Grace. You're a beautiful person. You're a beautiful woman. Don't ever let anybody tell you anything different.
Uh-huh.
You believe in yourself and you keep striding. Your belief is going to carry you through all of these obstacles. And I know what this sounds like. It sounds like it's far-fetched because most people don't believe in themselves. Because the way this society is set up now, this society is set up to make you destroy yourself, to make you self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Self-doubt leads to destruction. No, you go the opposite way. You believe in it. You don't need others to believe in you. The
Uh-huh.
belief in yourself is all you need. You got plenty of power in you. You was born with the power in you.
Yeah.
And you have demons and you have creatures running around here trying to make you doubt that power.
Mm-hmm.
What did the Creator tell us? For those who read the Bible, he said the power is in you.
Mm-hmm.
So if the power is in you, what is that telling you? You have plenty of strength to deal with anything that life has to throw at you if you would just believe in yourself. The belief in yourself is what activates that power within you to overcome any obstacle in this world and remove anything in your path that is a hindrance.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall for these phony setups, these wicked ass shows, these superficial shows that devalue human life. Don't fall for it. Don't get involved in it. Don't even listen to it. Don't believe none of it. You're far greater than any number. There's no number that can measure you. Numbers are puny in the grand scheme of things. You keep believing in yourself, and you will find that you will reach a height in your life that most people have never reached before. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah, and uh, you run into somebody that don't believe in you, or try to put you in this little number ranking box. See them for what they are. They trying to tear you down, so they can get you to their level. You step away like the demons they are. Get behind me, Satan, and move forward. You drop them like a hot rock and move on. I know I'm getting cliche-ish, but uh, that don't mean because that sounds cliche-ish that it ain't true. Hmm.
I wouldn't be where I am in life if I didn't believe in myself. When I was going through hard times, there were plenty of people who told me I couldn't do shit, told me I wasn't about shit, told me I couldn't achieve shit, I wasn't going to do nothing. I can't get from behind what's blocking me. Nothing. Ultimately, what got me through all of this is the belief in myself.
Hmm.
Understanding what the Creator said, that the power is within me. I know if I got over all of my obstacles, so can you. There's no one that can tell you you can't be with this person. You can be with whoever you want to be with. Who are they to tell you, well, you don't qualify for this and you don't qualify for that? That is the thinking of a low life. Live your life. Live your life in the high surroundings of the spirit, not in the low levels of the depths of hell. I'll say that one more time. Live your life in the high atmosphere of the spirit, not in the low levels of the depths of hell. Someone who tells you you can't achieve and tells you you can't is nothing but a low life that floats around in the cesspool of hell. Live your life in the high atmosphere of the spirits, and you will achieve whatever you want to achieve with your belief. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, I, I I was the opposite. People saw uh that I could do things. I just didn't see it, and and I went all the way around and ended up right where they were telling me I could do and would do. And then after I went through, I was like, why did I find it a problem? Why was I thinking this was so hard? When once I got out of my own hair, got out of my own fears, got out of my own way, because sometimes your own fears trip you up, or your lack of confidence in self, and you end up going the scenic route the long way, when if you just did it, you would have found it wasn't such a challenge, it wasn't such a big thing, it was easier than you thought, and you wouldn't have wasted so much time. Yeah, so that's the problem. When you let the numbers start getting your head there, it's gonna start getting into everything else. You start thinking, well, I don't have the education. I don't have nothing I don't have nothing to teach them. Or all you will name all these inadequacy, and then you, after going the long way around, going the other ways, trying things that seem easier, or that felt I can do that. Then when you actually do the things that you were saying, oh, that's too hard to do, or I don't have this, or I don't have that, or and you did it, you found out actually you can do this, and it was easier than you thought, and you wonder why you don't want to be the person thinking, why did I waste so much time, why did I fight this, why did I think I couldn't do this? If I had even tried just once, and would it have been so bad if I tried it and it didn't work. At least I know for certain, and I could have
Of
moved on.
course,
Mm-hmm.
of course, Kia Grace. That's what demons do. They listen to their master. You got to understand, these people serve the devil.
Mm-hmm.
They're here to devalue your life and to make you think that you are worthless and that you should be under someone who is of higher rank than you. Don't believe none of that. Bypass all that nonsense. The
Yeah.
Creator didn't bring you into this world to be ruled by another person
No.
or to be ranked by another person. That person did not create your life. Therefore, that person has no right to your life.
Mm-hmm.
You are the sole owner of your spirit. You determine what you want, not someone else. I don't care what reputation they have. They have no right to dictate to you how your life should be lived when you are the sole owner of your own soul. They do not have no claim to your soul. They do not own you. They did not create you. They have no power over you. The only power they have is the power that you give them when you fall victim to their so-called antics, their number system, their ranking system. When you get involved in that, that's when they gain power over you. And that's when they seek to destroy you from the inside out. They seek to destroy your heart and then your mind. These people want destruction for human life. They hate human life. They are demons.
Mm-hmm.
They're not capable of compassion or love. This is why they devalue human life. They're not capable of compassion or love. Go ahead, Dane. And it's very evident that they're not capable of compassion and love. And what kills me is they create this system, and when people get lured in and they start to participate in this system, then they totally take the attention off of themselves and they put it on you, and they say, "Oh, well, you gorgeous. You ranked yourself a 5. You ranked yourself a 4." And so now they have every right to insult you, put you down, make you feel even worse, right? But then tell you that they're helping you. Tell you that they're telling you right. When the Creator created you, He didn't put a limit on what you can do. Where does it say anywhere in the Bible or any scripture that there's a limit to what you can do? So who gets to tell you? Who gets to put a limit on you? No one. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. And yeah, that's why I said he's been grooming his audience, especially the female audience. The Shooks, he's been grooming the men too. So they thinking they gotta be this so-called 6-figure dude to get a woman, and the
Again,
women are
again,
thinking,
again,
another
none of that is
number.
none of that is spiritual. That's
I
all
know.
superficial.
Yeah.
It means nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And they use that to get you to devalue yourself. They want to tarnish your spirit. They want to hurt your spirit. They want your spirit to be in excruciating pain all the time until it can no longer take it and you decide to end your own life. What if that woman was suicidal and she took her own life? Do you think anybody would care? No, they would probably make videos talking about, well, She did it to herself. She called in. You see, I'm a cause and effect guy. I don't go with all of that. Well, she called in getting exactly what she looked. No, I look at it this way. A show like that or something like that that is that purely negative shouldn't exist because people aren't perfect. Life is already hard for all of us. People fall into all kinds of situations that aren't good for them. We don't need to keep adding things that are dangerous, things that are destructive. We don't need to continue to keep adding these things. We need to start removing these things. You see, I'm one of these people. If cigarettes are bad for you, let's not leave it up to the people to decide. Let's not sell cigarettes, period. Let's outlaw cigarettes. Let's get rid of cigarettes. Let's not grow it. Let's not do this. Let's not do that. If it's not here, then we don't have an issue with someone engaging in it. That's the way I see things. Like I said before on my other podcast, if you got a group of people sitting in the park, maybe 60 people, and then someone comes and puts a drum of poison right next to them, if someone gets poisoned by being curious about that drum, I'm going to blame the person who put the drum there. Don't put the drum there. Don't entice people. Do not put the drum there. I'm going after the person who put the poison drum there. The drum with the poison in it. That's who I'm going after. Go ahead, Dane.
Okay. Yeah. So so they get in ahead, fit everybody into some little box, make them want to grab this other box. Um, they Yeah, and so they groom you to want a certain thing, but also groom you to kind of put yourself in a number or value yourself according to their system, not your own. And your value is not a number, cannot be measured like that. And besides, they don't know you, they don't know the other person that you want to get involved with, so they can't give no evaluation, especially on one-sided thing. Okay. S- so
You
yeah.
know,
Mhm.
you know what? I just can't help thinking about the number one. What happens when someone in that system that's so caught up, whether they've suffered emotional trauma or psychological trauma in their life and don't know which way is up? What if they only see themselves as a one? Then what?
They start getting suicidal.
And you know what? And I hate to say that I almost can't wait to see it happen. I want to see what people say when someone in that system values his or herself as a one. I want to see what the reaction is going to be. I want to see how many videos are going to be made. I want to see what the reaction is going to be.
We're never going to get a reaction because ones don't say out loud they ones.
No, I didn't say that. I said if they have the courage to say that they are one, they view themselves as a one.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if they feel that they are a
I
one.
don't want to get back and forth with you about that. What I'm saying is,
Okay.
if a person says he or she is a one, what happens now? What happens then? Is there a bunch of videos being made that this person said he or she is a one? What do we say? Do we say nothing because we think that person's life is insignificant anyway? And we say nothing? What do we say? What will be said? How many videos will be made? Would it hit World Star Hip Hop? This person calls in the ranking system and says he or she value themselves as a one. Why not?
No, them just valuing themselves as a one would not get that attention. Them valuing themselves as a one and saying they can,
Why
they want
not?
to.
I don't understand why, because the ranking system is also a so-called value system. So one has to have some kind of value. I don't care if it's low or not. It has
No,
to have
no,
some kind of value.
that's not what
See,
I'm.
to me, as far as I'm concerned, 10 is no different than 1 in the ranking system.
Mhm.
If they say 1 has the lowest value, 10 has the same value, as far as I'm concerned. Because it's all BS. It's all superficial BS. In the grand scheme of things, it means nothing in real life. You're just being tricked to think that it does mean something. So they can trick your mind into believing that you don't have any self-esteem. So they can knock down your belief in yourself. So they can weaken you and then destroy you. Because that's ultimately what these people want. They want to destroy other people. They want to demean and hurt other people. They thrive off of human pain and suffering.
So 10 is a 1 with a 0 behind it.
Yeah. I don't see 10 no different than 1.
Yeah. 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 But as I was trying to say, the person who sees themselves as a 1 and says they're 1, that alone is not going to get that reaction. Is when the 1
I don't want to
says,
talk about that. I ain't talking about that. I don't want to get into that.
"Oh, okay, I didn't know we had moved
Okay.
on from that."
No, because what you're talking about is what you're talking about is what the person's not going to do. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what if a person feels that way about themselves and says, "Look, I feel that I'm a 1." Then what?
Okay, nothing's going to happen. That's what I'm telling you. What's going to happen is when the 1 says, person that feels that they're 1 says, "I want to get a 10." That's when all the reaction to the other issue was, because she was
So nothing is going to happen with the 1 because people in this system that thinks that a 1 doesn't count.
no. They might like why you think you're 1 and stuff like that, but the issue is that the person saying they're 1 is not going to gather that same reaction as if they had said they're 1 and they wanted a 10. They want to get a 10. That's when everybody reacts, Okay, you think you're 1. Some people would be like, why you think that? I don't think you're 1. What's going on in your life that makes you think you're 1? There will be some people that'll do that, but the bulk of the reaction, the real reaction, like you talking about with that other situation, is when the 1 says, I want to get a 10. And you see, now you got me doing it. But hey, that's basically what it came to. So the
That's
person
pretty
saying
much what that. That's pretty much what that system is all about.
Yeah, it doesn't try to help the person,
So
evaluate life.
in that system, you can play God. You can judge somebody. In that ranking system, you get to play God. If someone values themselves as a 1, you get to tell them, well, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that, you don't qualify for this, you don't qualify for that. You're not this and you're not that. That's all that ranking system does. It gives you an opportunity to play God. How many times we go through life and say, don't judge me. Well, that's what you're doing. You're judging other people with numbers. So you cannot say to someone, if you're involved in that ranking system, then you can never say to someone, don't judge me, because you're judging others. You are judging others.
Hmm. Yep, they're using that to judge others. Are they using it to tear a person that thinks they?
Now, now people conveniently use the Bible when they want to. Now you got some people say, "Well, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in God, whatever." But funny how some people conveniently use it to their advantage, right?
Uh-huh.
I heard somebody say, "Well, women say that they believe in God, or right,
Uh-huh.
but they don't believe in the God that says faith without works is dead." Now, this is a person that doesn't believe in the Bible, but uses that to their advantage, right? Faith without works is dead,
Uh-huh.
to boost their own BS that they spewing to people. So
Uh-huh.
my thing is this: if you're going to use the Bible, what about the commandment that says "Thou shalt not judge," which is what that ranking system is all about? Look at that ranking system and tell me it's not about judging.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's about judging.
It's about judging.
Uh-huh.
And what kills me is you have Christians engaging in that ranking system.
Uh-huh.
So-called Christians.
Uh-huh.
I've heard some of these people doubt other people as Christians. I've heard some people I've watched some people make whole shows and denounce other people as Christians, talking about, oh, this person's not a Christian. This person's not a Christian, right?
Uh-huh.
But that very same person engages in that number system,
Uh-huh.
which is purely about judgment.
Uh-huh.
So if you're engaging in that ranking system, then how can you call yourself a Christian? Because clearly you do understand the Ten Commandments, right? If you're a Christian, you're supposed to anyway. There is a commandment that says thou shalt not judge,
What?
which that ranking system goes
Oh,
completely against.
I don't think that's in the Ten Commandments. Oh well, I'll look it up. Oh, shoot, I'm getting rusty.
Let's pull up the Ten Commandments.
Um. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay. Let's see. Uh, okay. Somewhere Exodus. Hmm. Oh, not too far. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, wait. One, two. Okay, getting close. Okay, the Ten Commandments. God said to the people of Israel, I am the Lord your God, the one who brought you out of Egypt, where you were slaves. Do not worship any God except me. Do not make idols that look like anything in the sky or on earth or in the ocean under the earth. Don't bow down and worship idols. I am the Lord your God, and I demand all your love. If you reject me, I will punish your families for 3 or 4 generations. But if you love me and obey my laws, I will be kind to your family for thousands of generations. Do not misuse my name. I am the Lord your God, and I will punish anyone who misuses my name. Remember the Sabbath. Remember that the Sabbath day belongs to me. You have 6 days when you can do your work, but the seventh day of each week belongs to me. Your God. No one is to work on that day, not you, your children, your slaves, your animals, or the foreigner who lives in your towns. In 6 days I made the sky, the earth, the ocean, and everything in them. On the seventh day I rest. That's why I made the Sabbath a special day that belongs to me. Respect your father and your mother, and you will live a long time in the land I am giving you. Do not murder. Be faithful in marriage. Do not steal. Do not tell lies about others. Do not desire to possess anything that belongs to another person, not a house, a wife, a husband, a slave, an ox, or a donkey, or anything else. Okay, that's
What are you reading?
The Ten Commandments. Oh, you want me to do the? Okay, okay, that's contemporary English. Let me do uh New King James. Okay. Okay, how about this? Okay. Okay, I am the Lord your God, God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. Number one, you shall not make for yourself a graven image, any likeness, or anything that is in heaven above, or that is in earth beneath, or that in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them, nor serve them. For I am the Lord your God, and a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the father upon the children of the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands to those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and uh do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servants, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who's within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heaven, the earth, and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rest the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God gives you. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his oxen, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. Whew. All right, that's the Ten Commandments.
Where is the commandment thou shalt not? Where did I get that from? Is that in Matthew?
Okay, well, um, the judgment that's somewhere else, but that's not a commandment, or at least not part of the Ten Commandments. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Let me get out of here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Uh, okay, so that would be judge not, least you be judged.
Yeah.
Judge not.
Okay, so I stand corrected. It's not a commandment.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in Luke 6:37. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Matthew 7:1. Do not judge, or you will be judged.
Okay. Condemn not, you shall not be condemned. Forgive, and you.
Talking about judging.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so all right, everybody, I stand corrected. It's not a commandment. It's in Luke, and it's also in Matthew about judging others,
Yeah.
or you will be judged.
Judge not that you not be judged, for with
Right,
what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the
right. Okay,
okay,
it's not a commandment, but it's not a commandment. But the Creator still tells you, don't judge.
yeah. So
You're
whatever
not to
way
judge others.
whatever way you are judging, you will be judged that way.
Exactly, exactly. So I stand corrected. It's not a commandment, but Creator does say, do not judge lest you be judged. So that ranking system is all about judges.
Ah, Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, but it seemed to be um whatever way you're judging, that's the way you're gonna be judged. So if you
Right.
fair and unbiased, then you be judged fairly and unbiased. But if you do, uh, you're gonna be judged accordingly. Okay. All right. So
So we can't say don't judge me if we're engaging in a system that does nothing but judge other people.
mhm.
So if you say don't judge me and you're engaging in that system, then you are in fact a hypocrite.
Uh, well, well, I'm taking it that okay. So if you judge me by the ranking system, then you will be judged by the ranking system. And just as you judged harshly with um tone you took with that ranking system, so would the tone be taken with you.
Uh,
Mhm.
and that would be what, Matthew 7:1.
Yeah, that's Matthew 7:1. Let's
Yeah,
see.
Matthew 7:1. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. Do
Judge
not
not.
judge others, and you will not be judged. Why isn't that why did I swear? Why did I think that was? Why isn't that a commandment? I
Well,
could have swore for sure that was a commandment.
I guess because it's in red, Jesus said this thing, and what Jesus says to do, a lot of people do, or at least they try to do.
I'm trying to figure out why I thought that was a commandment.
C- Well, it's not a commandment of the Ten Commandments, but it can be a commandment in the sense. But it's not like
No,
the
I
Ten.
thought it was. I thought it was one of the Ten Commandments. I could have swore. I don't know. Maybe I must have read something, but all right, it is what it is. I misunderstood it. It's not a commandment. Not sure why I thought it was a commandment though. I could have been sworn it was a commandment. You also got Luke 6:37. Judge not, and you shall not be judged. Condemn not, and you will not be condemned.
Judge not, you shall not be judged. Condemn not, you shall not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be put into your bosom. For with the same measure that you use, it will be measured back to you.
Oh, I think I see where I got confused.
Mm-hmm.
In Matthew 7:1, Jesus is talking, and Jesus was the one that says, "Do not judge, so that you will not be judged."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably why I okay, I mistook that as a commandment. All right, my bad, people. I
Okay.
misunderstood something.
Okay. Yeah, Auntie. That is in there. That that could also go under. Thou shalt not should not
Not
bear
bear
a
false
false
witness.
witness.
Yeah,
You judge someone based on a number that they weren't born with. That is a false witness. Oh yeah,
right.
that's right, Auntie. You got
Oh, that's deep. Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
man.
That's deep. You're right.
Right.
Okay, so I got confused because Jesus was saying I must have, you know, cross-reference that with a commandment. Okay, but it's not a commandment, but it is something that God does not want us to do.
Mm-hmm.
We are not to engage in judging others, or He will judge us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do stand corrected on the commandment part, but I am right about the judging.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, we all make mistakes every now and then. My mistake, people. It's not a commandment, but it is something the Creator does not want us to engage in.
Yeah. So you Christians out there that's listening in the clouds and the bushes, uh, don't be ranking
Don't even
yourself.
give me.
Don't be ranking other
And
people.
Man, don't even get me started on Christians, man. Some of these Christians, I don't know what the heck they call them. I don't know what they're doing, man.
Well,
Some of these Christians are so wicked.
well, the Bible does warn that everybody that says Lord, Lord is not with Him.
Right.
So everybody that says they're Christian, that don't mean they're Christian. They're Christian in word, well, not word, but they're Christian in their own mind and not in reality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that they just growing up, that that they will grow out of it. They will learn, but with so many not studying the Bible, studying the Word, um, I think that we got surface Christians. You know.
Well, I'm not here to, it is what it is. But, we getting ready to get out of here. We just want to come on and talk about this ranking system. And, don't fall into this ranking system. Don't devalue your life by these numbers.
Mhm.
Your life is much, much more than any number.
Yeah.
And believe in yourself. Don't let these people make you doubt yourself or make you not believe in yourself.
Mhm.
That is what they're trying to do with these ranking systems, so they can control how you think and control how you feel. And ultimately, they want to destroy you in the most agonizing way possible.
Mhm.
And one of the most agonizing ways that you can die is lose all hope in yourself and believe that you have and no longer believe that you have a right to live.
Mhm.
So don't allow that stuff to happen. Stay away from these demonic ranking systems. I don't
Yeah.
care how the person look, how they sound. I don't care who's engaged in it that's supposed to have some credentials. These ranking systems are demonic, and they are about um, devaluing life and destroying life. Believe in yourself. The belief in yourself is all you need.
Yeah.
And with that being said, Dan, you have anything to add before we get out of here?
Yeah. Yeah, and don't let them use words like delusional to make you, you know,
Actually, if you want to stay on for a few more, Dan, actually, if you want to stay on for a few more minutes, I got something to do real quick. If you want to stay on for a few more minutes, you can. But I got to get off for a little bit. I got something to do.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna leave y'all in Dame's hands. I got
Mhm.
some things to do. She'll probably run for another 20 or 30 minutes, whatever. Peace, power, unity. All right. Remember, people, stay away from this demonic ranking system. I don't care who the name is. I don't care what credentials they got. It's demonic, and all it's going to do is have you destroy yourself. All you need is the belief in yourself, because the power is within you. Believe that, and there won't be nothing you can't achieve in life. Peace, power, and unity.
Okay, please. Yeah. As I was saying, don't let them use phrase to make you tear yourself down or second guess yourself. You know, because they're also about putting you down and and also grooming you so you accept it and you taking in and being taking in their delusion. So you come in there already programmed so they can tear you down without appearing to. Yeah, the one thing devil is famous for is fooling people into not thinking he's the devil or that he exists. Well, the correct phrase is fooling the world into thinking that he don't exist. But I was like fooling a person into not thinking the devil is the devil. I'm not the devil. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, shoots. I got all kind of stuff that's trying to tell me to update. Not right now. Okay, so yeah. So that lady, she said that she listened to him, and oh yeah, go ahead, Auntie, go ahead, ask a question. Otherwise, I'm gonna be talking out my head. Yeah. Sorry about that. No, I'm not quite. I got plenty of rest today. Back, I took a afternoon nap. Didn't even eat breakfast or lunch. I slept in. But then again, I was re-napping because everybody was calling and waking me up this morning. Maintenance came, got a new microwave. I was like, you sure that's for us? What do you say about people that don't think the devil is real? I ran into someone like that, and it was strange to me that they don't think the devil is real. Well, they fell for the devil's trick. As I said, he is real. One of the main ways he does is to fool people into thinking he ain't real. So in his mind, he's probably an atheist. If he's saying the devil ain't real, that means God ain't real. So so I figured they might be an atheist, but I won't know until I talk to him. Yeah. So I really don't know what to say about it until I talk to him, because I ran into one of the few people, a Christian who believe in God, believe in Jesus, but for some reason the devil ain't real. And I'm like, okay, you do know he's mentioned in the Bible, and uh, and you believe what the Bible said about God and Jesus Christ, but yet you don't believe what it says about the devil, Satan, and all that other stuff. But I wasn't the main one that was talking to me. It just happened that I was talking to somebody, and they just said, well, I don't believe in the devil. Yeah, some weird reason in their logic, uh evil is not a person, a person. To them, evil is the things that's inside of us that we do. And I was like, no, he's definitely a person. Yeah, yeah. But that's why, Auntie, I needed to know a little more. Was he an atheist? Was he a Christian? You know, or was he calling himself a Christian? Or were they calling themselves a Christian? Because atheists, I kind of understand their logic is, hey, they don't believe in God, they don't believe in Jesus, so logically, of course, they don't believe the devil's real, so because they don't believe God and Jesus is real. But if it's a Christian, something's a little off with them. Hmm. Oh, they were Christian? Yeah, they were Christian, or yeah, they were atheist. Okay. All right. This is what I'm going to tell you. Wait a minute. I think I said it already. Atheists, they don't believe God, Jesus, devil. So that's normal. Christian, something's not right. Because you believe in, it's the same way with if you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, that means you believe the devil is real, because Jesus and God is real. Oh no, he's definitely not a Christian. I think he used to be a Muslim. Now he's on some conscious BS. Yeah. I call those people running away from God, because I went through the run away from God stage. Even told him I didn't believe in him. Why? I was having an argument with him, believe it or not. My aunt had to correct me, said, well, how are you going to have an argument with somebody you don't believe? Say, I have an argument with my imagination, but but my imagination don't answer me back. So yeah. So running away, going to these other beliefs. Yeah. So what? Yeah. So he used to be Muslim, and now he's on consciousness. Yeah. He's either running away from his Muslim belief, or he was a Christian that went to Muslim, and now he's on consciousness. Yeah. You're gonna run into people in that stage of running away. They're running away from God. They don't believe, or they don't want to believe, or they believe in something, but it's not a Christian God because whatever reason, because they don't believe in the Bible, or all the horrible things in the world. How can a God let this stuff happen? And my answer to that was, okay, yes, he didn't make the things happen. Yes, he allowed it because he gave man free will. Man have dominant over the earth. The only time he intercedes is when we request his intercession. That's why we have intercessionary prayer. In other words, we're giving God permission to do what he needs to do in order to help this person or to correct this thing or whatever. Because he gave the earth to us. He gave free will to us. Sometimes it's us that need to do stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, did I run everybody off? I see I still have 6 people left hanging in there. They're like, oh no, they talking Christian talk. They talking that Bible talk. Ah, run. They trying to convert us. No, I'm not trying to convert you. I know that's not gonna work. You believe what you're gonna believe. You're gonna turn to him when you want to turn to him. There's no force. Yes, your parents made you go to church and stuff like that, and you still don't say. You also believe in all those weird gods of ancient Egypt. Dude is all over the place with his belief, and honestly, it just sounds like confusion talking to him. That's because he is confused. He's running. He's running away, and he's searching. He's searching for the answer. But instead of digging deeper into this his religion, he's running from and looking to all these others.
Well, you have to understand why a lot of people don't believe in the Bible or don't believe in a lot of things that's being said in the Bible is because there's a fear that we just don't want to challenge anything. This society that we in right now has done a great job in making people afraid. I mean, people are afraid of just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to say what's on their mind. People don't want to go against anything. People don't want to tell the truth about anything. It's just fear. When you have pastors running around here, and I mean clearly scamming people,
Mm-hmm.
but you got people who are so afraid they make excuses for the people, these pastors who are scamming people, like Creflo Dollar, right?
Mm-hmm.
That whole jet thing. I mean, seriously. And then you
Yeah.
got people making excuses. Well, we're going to get him a jet. We're not going to get him the expensive jet. We're going to get him the least expensive jet. I mean, you know what that sound like? I mean, how? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, how can you ignore something that blatant? And you got people sitting there listening to this crap talking about something. Well, we don't. We're not going to get them the 65 million. We're going to get them the cheaper jet. What are you getting? What are you getting him a jet for? Period.
Mm-hmm. He wants a jet. Let him pay for his own jet.
Why don't he ride around on a goat like Jesus did?
Mm-hmm. You mean a donkey?
Yeah, donkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shoot.
Why not ride around? No, I'm just saying, why not ride around a donkey?
And why is he trying to separate himself from people? That was probably an opportunity.
See, this is going to lead me back into these Hebrew Israelites.
Oh my goodness.
No, because I'm just sick of them, man. You know, the crap that they're talking about is painful to listen to. These guys are so phony.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's seriously phony, man. I mean, these guys are so fake.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what their whole situation is? It's about attracting women. So they can, these guys, all of these factions, right? Everything is what it is to attract women.
Well, yeah,
they want to be able to, they wouldn't be able to have a large number of women that they can do whatever they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and all this stuff is make believe. Okay, they sit up on the corners and talk to you about the Bible and make you believe that they are men of God and that they know what's best for you and you need to follow. Then when you get into their situation, they're no different than pimps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these guys are pimps.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to pimp women.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the Hebrew Israelites are about, is about pimping women.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're not going to tell you that's what it's about, because then they won't lure the women that they want.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about pimping women. All of these factions is about attracting women.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Nation of Islam has some beautiful black women in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Some of them. Have you ever seen Farrakhan's daughter?
I think so.
Oh my gosh, she's a beautiful black woman, man. Like and so. But the men in the Nation of Islam, many of them are righteous men.
Mm-hmm.
These guys actually have something. They're actually doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They actually got stuff established. They got businesses, schools, all that. See, that's a whole different ball game. See, when you got all of that going, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But these Hebrew Israelites don't have none of that stuff, man. These guys just have a compound where they hang out at, and they got women there, and they want the women to be serving to them. They want the women to serve them. That's pretty much what it is.
Mm-hmm.
While they stand out here on the corner in costumes and talk crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard some of the craziest things come out of these guys' mouths. Licking boots in the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
The white man's going to be your slave in the afterlife. Well, dude, why people don't talk about what's going on now? Why everybody got all these stories about the afterlife, what happened 50,000 years ago? When are we going to talk about what's going on right now? I don't never hear anything from these guys about what's going on right now. Is they talking about Egypt and Kemet and arguing over who, you know, what text was what?
And if they Hebrew Israelite, why are they talking about Kemet? Hebrew Israelite has nothing. Hebrew.
Well, no. No, they don't usually talk about Kemet. They're usually battling with the people who think they're Kemetic. You got some fool over in the conscious community calling himself a Kemetic priest.
Mm-hmm.
A Kemetic priest, for crying out loud. You know, and you know what kills me is that the men in our society are hell bent on telling stories rather than actually doing something to produce something tangible. Instead of building our women housing, we're telling her a story about housing. You know, back in 2000 BC, well, this is where they used to live. Okay, they had these huts that didn't have a window, and the woman did this and the woman did that. That's the way they lived. So over here in this rented building that I'm paying rent at, you need to do the same thing. They're not saying that we're going to get our bricklayers together, our brick and mortar guys and our carpenters and our people with a little bit of money, and we're going to purchase some land, and we're going to build a compound of housing. We're going to build a gated community with some beautiful housing that we can call our own and our women can reside in and rest in their femininity. That's not what they're talking about. They're telling you biblical stories about what housing used to be 50, 60, 70,000 years ago. Oh, this is the way they lived 70,000 years ago. They lived in these pyramids, and they swung from the highest part of the pyramid. And some fool climbed up there and started to meditate. And so when it comes down to this is what I mean, that they stay away from what's going on today.
Yeah.
Because people need money today. People need employment. Things have drastically changed since 50, 60, 70, a million years ago. I mean, you got some fool talking about what happened a million years ago.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, okay, look. You trying to find a decent man, a black woman trying to find a decent man. She meets one, and everything's okay for the first 5 seconds.
Max, your volume dropped.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, and so 5 seconds, the conversation turns to what happened a million years ago. I mean, how does that sound to you? Well, a million years ago, our people used to take 2 sticks and rub it together and make fire. The black man made fire before fire made itself. The white man didn't make fire, the black man made fire. Now, employment, right? I've said this before. We're probably the only race of men that don't really employ his woman. Other races of men can employ their women. Can we employ our women? Some of us can, most of us can't. Because we really, just simply put, we haven't built enough businesses or institutions to employ our own women. This is what kills me about these guys who talk about patriarchy. You don't even know what a patriarchy is. And my thing is, this is just excuses. All these are excuses. These fake Moors who keep talking about Noble Jew Ali did this. No, why are they talking about one guy who lived a long time who is now dead? And they're alive. They're alive and won't do anything, but they're telling you about a dead dude that did something at a time where you weren't born.
Okay.
What about the guys who are alive now? What are they going to do? Nothing. That's why I'm always railing against these factions, because these factions, and the women are trying to belong, right? The women want to go somewhere to where they can relax in their femininity, and these guys tell a good story, and then the women trust them, and they go over there and they end up being concubines. And find out that these guys really ain't about nothing. They just dudes, they just perverts of the sexual nature, and they just want to have as many women as possible because they just want to lay up and have sex and get women pregnant and have women do everything, and they don't want to build nothing. They want to be responsible for nothing. How is that you're going to live with a guy and have 2 and 3 and 4 babies who don't want to be responsible for anything? If they're standing on the corner, ladies, if guys are standing on the corner dressed in a costume, yelling and screaming about something in some book, This is not responsible people.
Okay.
You won't find a real responsible man standing out on the corner, dressed in some costume, yelling some craziness from a book. Real men are out there kicking ass and taking names. They are moving and shaking. They are building. They are producing.
Right.
Some brothers. You got brothers now who are building on some land. We need more people like that. We need more people. Pastor Bell built a whole community. I remember when he first started, it was just him and his wife out there. Now they got a whole town out there now. And man, you know, I'm so sick and tired of this conscious scam. You know, all of these guys, you go in the conscious community, right? You don't hear them talking about improving black people. You don't hear them talking about getting together, getting property. Let's get our tool belts together. Let's go get some resources and materials so we can build these buildings and create these institutions, whether it be of higher learning or institutions of gainful employment. Let's go and create a product that we can sell. Let's go produce something. You don't hear none of that. What you hear is a bunch of BS about Kemet, Egypt, what black is the Bible better than the Quran. I mean, you hear absolute garbage. And they talk about the highest state of consciousness, and they're always debating amongst themselves about who has a higher state of consciousness. Is the Bible or the Torah? They're not talking about production. These guys are useless. Black people, when are you going to wake up these facts? These guys are useless. They aren't talking about producing anything. Do you know Chinese people can produce almost anything from scratch? They can make. Do you know they know how to work with raw fabric? How many black people can work with raw fabric? How many black people can harness silk, hides? Do you know how to skin an animal and turn the hides into material, fabric? What can we do? We don't produce anything. Chinese people can produce plastics, forks, and knives and paper plates. That's a multi-million-dollar business. What black people are doing? Talking about Egypt and arguing about whether the Bible is better than the Torah and the Torah is better than the damn Quran. And getting into scripture battles. You got some fool over there shooting up the Bible, arguing with the Hebrew Israelites. This is a joke. These people are non-productive. And they get in these factions and they get large numbers to be non-productive. Look at the Manosphere. What are they producing? Absolutely nothing but broken men. They're producing young men with destructive minds towards black women. That is what they're producing. They're not producing anything else.
Right.
What kills me is we keep talking about, well, we got to come together. When? You got too many people not doing anything. You got MGTOW. Niggas talking about they're going their own way. To do what? I would have respect for you if you went your own way to build something. And listen, we're going to build this apartment complex over here. Okay, I can respect that. But you're not even doing that. Like going your own way to do what? Oh, well, we just going our own way just to be, wandering aimlessly through life. Wandering aimlessly through life. With no rhyme or reason, no set point, no real direction, no instruction. Now, what kills me is other men build, they understand society. They understand that their women and children need things. They understand that they need things in order to survive. So they build the necessary things to accommodate their life, like housing, schooling, employment, medical. Black men don't do any of that.
Yeah.
You got guys getting together calling themselves MGTOW. Well, we going our own way. You got SYSBM. What's their major malfunction? Oh, well, we saving ourselves from the black woman. Nigga, are you going to build anything? Are you going to get your tool belts together? You're going to put some money together and buy some land. Are you going to purchase a ran down shack that you can renovate? Are you going to make yourself useful in your own society? Absolutely not. We're going to save ourselves from black women. Why? Because we think we need to be saved from black women. Well, are you going to produce anything at least? No. We're just going to save ourselves from black women. I mean, this is ridiculous. And then you got the red pill guy. What are they doing? Nothing. They just wanted to be. They just want to be seen hanging around each other. Oh, I'm red pill. I'm blue pill. Well, does red pill or blue pill produce anything? Nah, we just red pill and blue pill. And then they have these debate leagues. Man, how the hell are y'all sitting up here debating about the Bible and fighting against each other, doing all that? But you can't have a debate about what solution we're going to use to help turn our situation around. Nothing. And these guys complain, and these guys claim to be some of the greatest minds of our time. How is that when we're still in the losing position, and this so-called super intellect you have, has it benefited us one bit? Maybe we haven't benefited from any of this super intellect. When is this super intellect going to kick in so that we can benefit from it? It hasn't thus far.
No, it hasn't.
These guys calling themselves scholars, doctors, scientists, but yet they haven't done anything to improve our situation for the better. Black people are still in a losing position. We are still losing in life, but we're supposed to have some of the greatest minds on social media. Well, if that's the case, then why come we're still losing? I can't tell these great minds are doing anything because we're still losing. We're losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hey,
because they're not even trying to get together with their other fellow Israelites. They have divided themselves into so many little subgroups. I don't know if they Hebrew Israelite anymore. They just some culted following some leader that separated himself from another group of Hebrew Israelite because he can't stand them or he hate them or he don't believe anything they doing, stuff like that. So they got their
and
little
let's just
drama going on.
right, and let's just call it what it is, right? It's all about having sex with black women. All of these guys just ultimately want to have sex with black women. They want to have as many black women as possible because they basically want to live out. Because listen, they've decided that they're going to live under subject. I'm a little tired. I can't get my words out right now. They've decided that they're going to live under tyranny. Okay, they're comfortable with being under the heel of the white man. They're comfortable with licking boots. So while they're comfortable with that, they want to have as many black women as possible. A lot of these dudes are immature. They're not grown men, even though they're 45 years old. They have the mind of a teenager and they want to be taken care of. They want their cake and eat it too. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to be grown men and be responsible. They just want to go somewhere where they can live out their life playing PlayStation all day, every day, and having sex with as many women as they possibly can. That's what they're about. They don't have the mentality of an adult male.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's what a lot of these weird religions are. Even the sub Christian group, like apostolic and stuff like that. It's all about getting the women. They're always trying to get women to join their churches and stuff like that.
That is because the black male today
Hmm.
is a freaking child.
Hmm.
Okay? It's a child.
So he
He
want
just
to
want
be
to.
breastfed.
That's why it's hard for them to even take anything seriously.
Hmm.
You know, it's like when we was talking to Razi the other day. And shout out to Razi, that's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And but when we was talking about Jill Scott, and I was talking about the maturity of looking at a woman, you know, from the eyes of an adult male versus the eyes of a teenage boy, they're only interested in how she looked. Don't care about anything else. You see, this is what I'm talking about, man. These dudes are children.
Hmm.
These are not adult males, man. Don't let the age fool you. They're not mentally adults. A grown ass man who sits around and play games all day, talk shit to women, and only cares about having sex is not an adult male.
No.
Okay? It's not an adult male.
Hmm. Yeah. And not
And
a.
think about it, right?
Hmm.
You have guys well within their 50s, right?
Hmm.
Only talking about black women, what black women should do and what they can't do and what they can't get and what their value is, this and that. Why do you think they're doing that? Because they're comfortable in the system of white supremacy. They're cool with being slaves. They're cool with being under the white man. So they figure since they've sold out, that all they have to do is live a comfortable life. They don't have to do nothing for black people.
No.
They already chose their side. So now what they're trying to do is, they know the white man done put an ultimatum between him and Becky, so he can't get as many Beckys as he wants. So now he has to try to get some black women to lower their standards so he can have black women. And bring black women and convince black women that it's okay to live under the white man's rule. You're going to be fine here. You're going to be good here. You're going to have 3 hots in a cot.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. The white man's going to feed you 3 times a day. It's going to put money on your commissary.
Okay.
You'll be able to go buy you a dress, a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Don't worry about owning a home. We have a nice apartment we can rent from the white man. Don't worry, he won't throw us out. I'm in good with him. He likes the way I lick his boots. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah. We're sexually immature.
Yeah.
Our religion is based on a little head. We don't even keep
Well,
with the.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm not a person. I'm a dangerous person to get into a conversation with the Bible about. That's why I kind of stay out of conversations because there's too many things I see in the Bible that makes me think about homosexuality. Too many things.
Uh-huh.
That's why I steer clear of these conversations because, for one, I still can't figure out why there's no female angels.
Oh, okay.
Even though I've had several conversations with people, Christians alike, I've never had any answer that satisfied that question. How come there's no female angels? Because when you look at the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Now I've heard people say, "Well, God is an omnipotent being. He's this, he's that. He doesn't need a female." Really? Okay. What I don't understand is, if he doesn't need a female, then why would you create him in why would he create you in their image? If in I'll say this and I'm gonna shut it down. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. If in what's the what's the beginning of the Bible again?
Genesis.
In Genesis it said, in part of Genesis it said, "Let us create man in our image." Who is us? Now some people say, "Oh, well, that's God and the Son of God." Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you let us create man in our image, then it would be two men then, right? Because if you're saying that the people that are saying that is God and the Son of God, then man would be two different men.
Mm-hmm.
So that can't be accurate. So who is us? Let us create man in our image. Who is us? If man is created male or female, then one of those people who are saying, or one of those entities who are saying, "Let us create man in our image," has to be a female. Can't be a male. Because if it was a male, you wouldn't have Eve. You would have that old saying, Adam and Steve. So who is us?
Uh-huh.
Us, one of them had to be a female. Think about that. This is common sense. This is not rocket science. I don't know why people are sitting up here trying to, make something else out of it. It's very clear. Let us make man in our image. Let us make man in our image. So if man comes out male and female, then one of those who us is, one had to be a female. Now, granted, some people might come back and say, "Well, when Adam was created, he was by himself. There was no woman." Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then I would come back and say, then why create a female? Because here's the problem. If only Adam was created and there was no female, then why did God feel that he was lonely and made him a female? So to cure his loneliness, a female was made. God didn't give Adam another man. So where did the image of the female come from? You understand? Hello?
Yeah.
Where did the female come from?
Okay, man.
And why? And if there wasn't, check this out, if there was no female in heaven or no reference to a female, then why was one made for Adam? When he thought that Adam was lonely, why did he create a female and not another male?
Okay. Okay. Because his plan was for one man, one woman together
Well,
to make a family.
some people say that's not what his plan was. Because when they answered, well, Adam was just made by himself. So the us was just two men, which would make just making Adam make sense, right? According to them. But I would go here. Well, if that's the case, then why did he not make another man when Adam was lonely?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he make a female? Where did the female come from?
Mm-hmm.
So if he made Adam a female, I'm thinking that there had to be females that already existed in heaven. Which brings me back to my other question. Where are the female angels? Why we have only male angels? In large groups. And why did Zentraza and the rest of his angels go down to heaven and take females for wives?
Mm-hmm.
What, they never seen a female before? I'm telling you, it's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems with some serious questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why did a group of male angels decide to go down to heaven and take women, earth women for wives? They had no women up there in heaven. I don't understand.
Okay, Max.
Why would? Here's my thing. Why would just men be made? This is my last thing, y'all. Here's another thing that don't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
If you want men, if he made male and female, and told them to go forward, be fruitful and multiply, right? Then to me, it just doesn't make any sense why there wouldn't be any females in heaven. Because he already shown you what mentality that he has by creating a male and female and want them to multiply. So surely God had the sense of a man should be with a female. So if God is a male entity, there has to be a female somewhere. My question is, where are they?
I think the female angels are there. There's just no mention of them because the only angels that's talking about is the ones that came and talked to people in the Bible.
And here's one more thing. I'm sorry. This is my last one.
Mm-hmm.
When God created female, right? Now, I don't know exactly where this at the Bible. Dan, you can help me. You do a lot of Bible study. And correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm not saying it right. I believe he said something to the tune of love the female, love the woman like you would love yourself, or love the woman like Christ loved the church. It's one of them, right?
Yeah, but that's in the New Testament. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Husband
Well, I
loves
don't
the
know where.
wife.
Well, I don't know where it's at, but it's in there, right?
Right.
Now, do you think that to be true?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if he's telling you to love a female like you would love yourself, right? Is it safe to say that God loves himself?
Yeah.
So would it make sense that he wouldn't have a female companion?
Okay. He does. Okay. No, because he wouldn't have a female companion.
Why not?
He would have to make her.
Maybe he already did.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Okay, I find listen. I find it very strange, right? Of a God that would create just men, right? And put in scriptures that if a man lays with another man like he would lay with a woman, that they both committed an abomination and should be put to death. I find it very hard of God putting out that kind of hardcore rule, right? And wouldn't make a woman for himself or wouldn't have no females in heaven.
Well, first of all, God doesn't have a physical body.
You know, okay, stop.
Huh?
Nobody knows that. Nobody can prove that. Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows that if there's if God made a female companion either. But if you can proximate that, I can tell you
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
didn't have a
because of the
body.
thing. Yeah, because of the things that he's saying and the way he's moving.
But
The
that
way
don't mean
the
that.
hold on one second. Hold on one second. The
Mhm.
things that he's saying and the way he's moving tells you that he is not meant for men only.
Of course, it's okay. Of course, it's not for men only.
Well
Okay,
then,
look.
but wait a minute. If he's not for men only, then it wouldn't make sense that he would create all male angels. That don't make sense.
I said he didn't create all male angels. You only know about the ones that was mentioned in the Bible. You don't know every angel he created. Ah, okay,
Well,
Max. Let's
yeah, I
see.
need to.
Let's see. What's
Yeah,
the?
yeah. I got to stay out of these conversations because I got
Uh-huh.
too many questions, and you know, because people come with this stuff, and then I'm looking at something completely different. Because a lot of stuff don't make any sense to me. He wouldn't do this, he wouldn't do that, and say this and say that if he was man only, if he was just for men.
Mhm. Okay, I heard in the original Bible they took out God's wife. She was the. Now I heard that. I heard that in the original one that there was another wife for Adam before Eve, but this is the first I heard of God's having a wife. Hmm. Actually, I think the angels are don't have a sex. But hey,
Okay,
Max pointed out. But Max pointed out that hey,
stop,
what?
stop.
Uh huh.
Hold on. See, this is the problem I have
Mhm.
with people not using their common sense.
Mhm.
If the angels have no sex, then how on earth did they mate with the females and
Mhm.
create monsters?
Mhm.
What? Oh, stop. Hold on one second. What is the only way that we know to procreation here in this world? Through the penis and the vagina, which determines what sex one or the other is. So if the angels had no sex, if Sintraza and them had no sex, then how on earth did they come down to earth and mate with females?
Okay, they had no sex until they fell.
Okay, stop. So they get down to earth. Now, until they got to earth, then all of a sudden they had a sex. I find it hard to believe too. You know why?
Mhm.
Because nothing happened to them until God discovered what they were doing. Remember, oh, okay, I forgot. Y'all don't know about this, right? In the Bible, it doesn't tell you what actually happened, right? It doesn't tell you how Michael brought their sin to God and
Mhm.
that God dealt out their punishment.
Mhm.
When they went down to earth, they didn't change one bit. They were still angels. They were still the same way they were in heaven.
Mhm.
Nothing changed until God punished them. When God punished them, that's when they were changed.
Mhm.
Because Michael, who saw what they was doing down there, corrupting everything. I mean, they corrupted everything. Everything was corrupted. Even a leaf on a tree was corrupted.
Mhm.
And then he brought that to God. Michael and another angel brought that to God, and God was angered, and that's when he dealt out their punishment.
Mhm.
So if that's the case, then that means that they had a sex before they came to earth and during the time they were on earth.
Uh-huh. All right. And where is this at again?
Okay, that part is probably been taken. That's in the book. You can find that in the book of Enoch,
Uh-huh.
which is older than the Bible, by the way,
Okay.
and was written first.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's different from the Torah.
Well, the Torah, the Quran, the Holy Bible are all spin-offs and knockoffs
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
Book of
Not
Enoch.
the Torah. Is it older than the Torah?
Yes,
All right.
much older. You know who Enoch was?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a prophet of God. He's a
Wasn't
prophet
a
of God.
prophet. He wasn't a prophet.
Yeah, he's a prophet of God.
He wasn't a prophet.
He's a prophet of God.
He wasn't a prophet.
Okay, well then I must be confusing him with Elijah.
Enoch walked and talked with God. God loved Enoch so much. He walked and talked with God.
Okay, so he's a prophet.
Look, I don't want to keep going back and forth with you about that. That's petty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to paint a. I'm trying to paint a greater picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a prophet is not what he was.
Okay. So Enoch was before Moses,
Yes, he was before. He was before all of them.
Abraham.
Dang, are you
Uh-huh.
listening to me?
Yeah.
He was before all of them.
Okay, wait. Okay, so where did he
All right,
fall in? Was
let's
he
change. Let's change the conversation. Apparently, you're not listening to what I'm saying. All right, it's not ringing through to you.
okay? Auntie said Enoch was Noah's grandfather. So wait a minute, Noah's grandfather. Okay, so he's Seth's son. Okay, all right.
God told Enoch things that he didn't tell anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like God told Enoch how he came into existence. Did you know that?
No,
Mm-hmm.
I
He
don't.
loved
I
Enoch.
don't
He
know.
loved
I don't know
Enoch.
the book of Enoch. So
He
is it?
loved. He loved. I'm telling you, if you listen,
Mm-hmm.
he loved Enoch so much that he told Enoch how he himself came into existence.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
a lot of Christians are scared to read other things, even though God tells you that you perish from the lack of knowledge. You're afraid to read other things. You think that Bible is the end all be all, and it is not.
Well, since they haven't even conquered the understanding of the Bible, they're not going to be able to do it with the Book of Enoch or the other period. If they
It
can't even,
doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that text doesn't exist, and it doesn't mean that it's not older than the Bible. It's much older than the Bible. As a matter of
okay,
fact, some of the stuff in the Bible comes out directly out of the Book of Enoch.
okay, and
Like
I
in the Book of Enoch, like in the Book of Enoch, it tells you about the levels, right,
uh-huh,
of heaven, right?
uh-huh.
It tells you about, like, for example, does it talk about misogyny in the Bible
No, not
and
not yet.
how God feels about misogyny? God hates misogyny, and there's a special place in hell for those who practice misogyny.
Uh-huh.
Funny how a lot of people who read the Bible, a lot of dudes who read the Bible, are misogynistic, right? I wonder why that piece. I wonder why that piece about misogyny somehow found its way out of the Bible.
Okay, Max, because this is going to create an argument. I'm tired. Enoch transcend to heaven. Okay.
First of all, I'm not talking to you, but I'm just talking.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then why are you asking me questions?
I wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so the people that there's greater text out there than the Bible. The Bible is just nothing but a loose leaf. It's just a loose leaf. It's a collection of smaller texts, smaller books. A lot of those books are incomplete. The Bible is just a loose leaf. It's not really this Bible isn't a real book. There is an older Bible that came before this one, which they call the Ethiopian Bible. That book's a little bit more together than this one. But the one they have out here now, the King James Version, all that, that's just a loose leaf of collected scriptures and books from elsewhere. It's not even a real book. But pastors don't want to preach anything out of the book of Enoch because there's a lot of things in the book of Enoch, man, where that God's wrath is just terrible and awful, and it's very spooky. You don't want to tell a person, hey, if you do this and do that, you're going to encourage God's wrath. In the book of Enoch, God's wrath was absolutely insane. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was insane. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why they don't want to bring it into the church. Because if you realize that some of the things that you was doing, and see, a lot of these pastors are really evil, right? They're really demons in disguise, right? And they're spooked by the book of Enoch. If you saw what he did to those angels that came down and took those women as wives, man, if you see the punishment he laid out on them, like I said, his wrath was insane in the book of Enoch. Absolutely insane. And the Bible is light. The stuff he did in the Bible ain't nothing compared to what he did in the book of Enoch. Mm-hmm. I mean, what he did to those angels was absolutely frightening.
Okay.
And then again, those who practice misogyny, right? When he talked about, look, I advise people, you can go read the book. Matter of fact, there's an audio version of it, right, on YouTube that you can just listen to and just sit back and listen to it. And a lot of things will start to become clear to you on why certain things didn't make it into the Bible and why certain things did. See? Man, how do we get into a Bible thing?
You jumped. You came in on the discussion and
maybe we should have a show one day, y'all, about the Bible and the book of Enoch. And we'll have both of them open and see if we can compare. I think that'd be a great show.
Nobody had. Okay. I said nobody. All we have is the audio Bible of the audio version of the book of Enoch.
Well, we can use that.
You ain't gonna be able. No, it's not gonna be. You're not gonna be able to go to certain sections of it as if you had the physical.
Well, we'll talk about one section at a time. We'll pick out one or two sections, mm-hmm. and we'll listen to it. And we'll say, okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I'm probably gonna have to listen to it quite a few times. It's easier for me to take in written than it is listening to it.
Listen, if you don't want to partake in it, you just say you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to. Mm-hmm. No one is making you do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Ann, you heard it? Yeah. So you know what's in it. So when I say God's wrath in the book of Enoch was absolutely insane. I would wonder what a lot of Christians would think, right? If they knew about that book, if a pastor preached that book in the church, I would like to see the look on a lot of Christians' faces.
Mm.
All right, folks, we're not going to go long tonight. We're at 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we're going to get on out of here. Yeah. It's a bad thing, no, Joe. It's scary, man. Oh, my goodness. The things that he did to those angels alone was absolutely crazy. All right, but anyway, Dan, you want to say anything else before we get out of here? You got the music queued up?
Yeah, I got the music queued up. No.
All right, huh?
Okay, nothing. No, go ahead.
Hold on, let me finish. All right, everybody. We'll see you again on Ladies' Night. We're going to be talking about the Black woman's options. We got a couple of men that we're going to put on display. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what you ladies think about it. It's going to be real interesting, so make sure you tune in on Ladies' Night. All right? All right, everybody. Peace, power, unity. We're going to get on out of here. Dame, hit the music.
Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting cream for the 9-5, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game, going for mine. Alright. And this is the year when mad cats get peeled. So I'ma spark this line, kick the reel. Bang them out. With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make heads speak. The average Joe's far too slow for this ghetto pro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the thing. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beans is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a state kid. Caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flipped to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the 4.5. Remy in the lab, walk the boom, then I flash. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that. They rather see it spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for his. I get down for mine. I get down for hands on the regular shit. I get down for I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't someplace you play. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. With this a DOA as I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AK. You in the days, overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Gibb. My karma's a booty smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping mega jump. I'm getting blank while these clowns be zigzagging. Once you talk about Billy Keys, come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off weights and making dollars believe it. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known to banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics that stick in the brains like barnacles. Never sleep. I'm bringing the drama to the street with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the street, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics shine like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. Can't deaf, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine.